Dana Susan Beasley of AngelArts.biz. Now, today I want to talk about something controversial. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, there are lessons that can be learned from the election. So, no matter if you were for Trump or against Trump, there are some vital key takeaways from this as far as branding goes, because the Trump team were brilliant branders. And here is why I say that. For one, the Trump team really understood and they loved their audience. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you supported. These principles are some key lessons that we can all learn no matter what side of the aisle we are on. All right, so Trump really understands his audience and he knows who his target audience is, and he speaks to them so that he resonates with them. And that's why they are loyal to him. So, and people are drawn to him now. Now that is one of the big keys of the branding that was successful. Also, Trump was made relatable. There were two really key things that I saw that gave me a chuckle, and a lot of people a chuckle in the midst of all that craziness, and that was when he worked at McDonald's, and I realized that was all fake. Of course it would be. He can't work be at a working McDonald's with strangers coming up. That's too much of a security risk. But it was brilliant how he did that. And he appeared, and he is relatable and genuine. And again, you may disagree with me, and that's fine. But in business, perception is reality. And that was the perception. And it's also reality. But anyway, like I said, this is kind of controversial. But the point is still there. He found a way to relate to his audience. And that was brilliant. And then another thing that happened was when Biden said that Trump supporters are garbage. So, I don't know if you saw this, but this is what happened. So, and this is what I heard Trump say at one of his speeches. He said that one of his staffers came to him and said to him, "Mr. President, how would you like to be in a garbage truck?" So they arranged for him to go to a garbage truck with Trump Vance on the truck, and he gave a press conference. Oh, and he also took off his suit coat and wore a orange vest. And so he sat in the cab of the garbage truck or the truck or whatever it was and gave a press conference. And then there was just, oh boy, the memes were just flying after that, and all of the funny remarks about it. But they capitalized on that. They were listening to media, and the staffer said, "Garbage is hot," and they jumped on it. So those are some of the things that, they did. They were listening to their audience, and they connected with them. And Trump actually quite genuinely connects with his audience. If you don't believe me, go look at some of his speeches. That's particularly at the RNC. And again, you don't have to agree with me. You could be on the opposite side of the aisle. But the thing is that the other side, the Harris side, could not connect with their audience. They didn't understand them, and still the media is blaming Americans for voting Trump in. They don't understand that it's the economy. I mean, back in Clinton's era or somewhere, I forget when it was the big thing was, it's the economy, stupid. Well, the media couldn't understand that. The Harris group can't understand that it's about these people who are sick of going into the grocery store and paying twice as much as they used to not being able to afford their mortgage, all this stuff. They never really got to their real pain points. And that's the thing about branding, is you have to get to the people's pain. That's how you resonate, is their pain, but also, and this is another thing Trump did really well, is he brought hope to people again. That's the whole make America great again. We don't have to be a nation in decline. We can have our American dream back. We can have hope again. And that's not something that Harris did. So again, you may completely disagree with me, and you may even hate me now because I've said that I'm a Trump supporter. And that's fine. But take what I'm saying to heart about branding and think about how you can learn from this last election to improve your branding, to really connect. And I need to do this too. It's not an easy thing to connect to your audience. And again, I'm probably turning half away by saying this, but it's an important lesson to learn about connecting with your audience and then listening to the trends and capitalizing on it, which is what I'm doing here because the election is so big. It's all everywhere, all the news, all the social media is all about the election or the aftermath of the election. So, think through that and then think how you can show people that you're resonating with their pain and even make some fun out of it. That was the other thing I loved about the Trump campaign, is it was lighthearted and it made me laugh. In the midst of all this craziness, it made me laugh. So, hey, if we're really honest, we'll realize that we're adults, we're grown-ups, that's what we're supposed to be. So we can learn from anybody. And we don't have to agree on everything. But I think what we would agree with together is that branding is the way to connect to your audience, but it can't be just, here's another thing, it can't be fake. And I'm sorry, but Harris was completely fake. She didn't ever really connect with that many people, not a broad enough coalition. And so it has to be authentic. And I guess that's why I'm also putting myself at risk here saying this. You have to be authentic about it, and that's what draws people to you. You may, a good leader will get both love and hate. That's the way a good leader is. So that's what I want you to think about, is how you can authentically connect to your audience, how you can find what they're really struggling with, how you can use language and visuals to resonate with them, and then they will come to you. That's how you pull them in rather than push them away with pushy sales. So, again, I know that's a controversial thing to say, but really it's just a lesson, an object lesson, because there is a lot of branding that goes into political campaigns. So that's all. This is Dana Susan Beasley of AngelLodge.biz. Together, may we reach new heights in our lives and beyond.